A very happy morning to all of you children. Welcome to the science class. Students, in continuation with the previous video regarding microorganisms, in today's class also we will study more about harmful microorganisms. Now before we go ahead and start with the harmful effects of microorganisms, I would just like to go ahead and quickly recap what we have learned in our previous class. In the previous class, we did study about the harmful effect of microorganisms, and what was that harmful effect? It was the disease causing microorganisms. Yes, so we all have learned the different diseases caused by microorganisms in human beings, plants and animals, right? Now in today's class, we will continue the topic of harmful microorganisms and we will study about the harmful effect related with food. So all of you can look at text in your textbook on page number 31. We have the topic of food preservation. Today we will start with that topic. So children, food preservation. What does come in your mind when we say food preservation? When we say food preservation, a picture somewhere comes that this is actually something related with preserving the food or preventing the spoilage of the food, correct? But why does the food get spoiled? Did you any time think about it that हमारा खाना इतनी जल्दी ख़राब क्यों हो जाता है गर्मियों में? That's because the growth of the microorganisms is very fast at high temperatures. Yeah, that's why they are capable of spoiling the food. Now, as I mentioned, that why does it get spoiled? There could be multiple. It's not only microorganisms, but there could be other reasons as well, like the food might react with the oxygen around present in the air and might get spoiled. Yeah, it might react with the air. It might react with the microorganisms present in the air and that could spoil the food. Or it could be that the food itself might contain certain bacteria that could spoil the food. Yeah, so there could be multiple reasons that the food is getting spoiled for. Now, how do we understand that food is actually spoiled? हमें कैसे पता चलता है? किसी खाने को देख के या फिर खा के पता चलता है कि वो खराब हो चुका है, right? So there are three actually main factors which actually help us to identify that the food is spoiled. It could be the odor, that is the smell. Spoiled food items, they emit foul smell. Yes, उनमें से एक अजीब सी स्मेल आने लगती है which does not smells really nice, right? It resembles somewhere like of rotten eggs. So that kind of smell starts coming from the spoiled food. Secondly, the taste of the food changes, right? अगर हमने सुबह let's say हमने सुबह सब्जी बनाई है fresh and we did put potatoes, tomatoes in it, and now I want to consume that. I did not put this vegetable curry prepared in the fridge. I just left it in the open area, and in the evening when I try to eat the same this curry, I'll find that it's not tasting the same as it was tasting in the morning. So why is so? That's because of the food spoilage. जो टेस्ट है वो खाने का बदल गया है. जैसे कई बार होता है हम दूध काफ़ी देर रख के बाहर उसके बाद पीते हैं. काफ़ी देर से मेरा मतलब है अराउंड आप 7 to 8 hours उसे अगर बाहर छोड़ देते हैं, in that case the milk might taste sour. Yeah. Then the third factor could be the color. Many food items should change in color. Let's say कर्ड अगर आपने बाहर छोड़ दिए बहुत ज़्यादा पुरानी हो जाती है तो इट चेंजेस द कलर. वाइटिश से कुछ ऑरेंजिश येलोइश कलर हो जाता है उसका. दैट्स बिकॉज ऑफ द स्पॉइलेज ऑफ द कर्ड and extra growth of the microorganisms or bacteria that they are resulting in the spoilage of curd. Now children, these are some of the indications that indicate that the food is spoiled. How can we go ahead and actually help these or actually prevent the spoiling of the food? These food items can be preserved or can be prevented by spoilage by food preservation. Yes, so preservation can be actually defined as the process by which spoilage of food by microorganisms is prevented. This is what is food preservation. So any idea at home how does your mama helps herself to prevent the food spoilage? मम्मी घर पे किस तरह से मैनेज करती हैं ताकि खाना ख़राब ना हो? इन जनरल यू माइट हैव सीन दैट हम रेफ्रिजरेटर में रख देते हैं खाना, राइट? हमारा दूध ख़राब ना हो उसे हम फ्रिज में लगा देते हैं ताकि दूध में स्मेल ना आए, या सो this is one of the methods generally seen at home. Now children, next we will go ahead and study different methods that are being used for food preservation. The first one is drying, which is also called as dehydration. Actually drying reduces the moisture content of food materials. Yeah, so किसी food material में बहुत excess moisture present होता है, and if we dehydrate that food item, उसमें से हम excess moisture जो है वो remove कर दें, that is actually the method of drying or dehydration. We can define it as removal of water from the food material. Thus, dehydration can prevent the growth of microorganisms. Food items like cereals, pulses, vegetables like spinach, cauliflower, all these are dried up, as well as our spices. They are dried up in the sun. The dehydrated food is sealed in packets and it is kept at normal room temperature so that they don't get spoiled. So this was the method of dehydration or drying. The next method is boiling. Food items like milk and water are preserved by boiling. How does boiling helps in preserving these food items? Boiling is done at a high temperature which kills the microorganisms. So you may have observed your mother in the kitchen boiling the milk every day, making sure that she is very particular that as soon as the milk comes inside the home, she boils the milk. Why does she does it? So that जो हमारा दूध है वो ख़राब ना हो जाए, वो फट ना जाए because of the microorganisms present in it. Yeah. So this was the second method, children, to preserve the food. The third method that we have for preservation of food items is refrigeration and freezing, जो हम अपने घर में day in and day out देखते हैं. As we discussed about boiling, cooling can by refrigeration and freezing also helps to preserve the food items. Refrigeration and freezing, it does not kill the microorganism, but it stops the growth of the microorganisms. Refrigeration keeps the food between the temperature of 4 to 7 degrees, while freezing keeps the food at a temperature below minus 18 degrees Celsius. Yeah, so this is how refrigeration and freezing actually help us to preserve the food. They don't actually kill the microorganisms completely, they stop the growth of the microorganisms. So this preservation method of freezing is effective for many months. It is also useful in the case of milk, meat and vegetables. The fourth method of food preservation is, children, pasteurization. Does this term reminds you about Louis Pasteur? Children, pasteurization is named after the scientist Louis Pasteur, who actually gave this method of preservation. This method is used for preserving milk. In this method, milk is heated to about 70 degrees for 15 to 30 seconds and then quickly cooled. Then it is stored in sterilized bottles or pouches. What happens here? By heating at a very high temperature, heating kills the bacteria present in the milk, and then quick cooling prevents the remaining bacteria from growing. Milk products like cheese and other substances like honey, beer, wine, juices, etc. are also preserved using this method. That is what is pasteurization, and it has derived its name after the scientist Louis Pasteur. The fifth method of preservation of food is salting and adding sugars. Many food items are preserved by adding salt or sugar. हम लोग घर में अचार खाते हैं, उसमें salt डाला जाता है, किसी किसी में sugar भी add करते हैं हम. It is done in order to preserve the food material in which they are present. Due to the addition of the sugar and salt, the cells of the microbes, they lose water easily. Thus, they are not able to grow in such food items. Apart from salt and sugar, spices, oil, vinegar and nitrogen are also used as food preservatives. As I mentioned earlier, children, just now, salting is used to preserve pickles, amla, raw mangoes, tamarind, whereas sugar is used in case of jams, sauce and jellies, thus helping these food items to be preserved. The sixth method of food preservation is use of chemicals. Yes, so use of chemicals is actually here, in addition to the salt, edible oils, vinegar and chemicals, there are certain chemicals which are used as preservatives like sodium benzoate and potassium metabisulfite. These are used as preservatives in case of jams, squashes and ketchups. The last method, children, for food preservation is canning. हम सब ने canned food देखा है. Yeah, food items are enclosed in cans which are then sealed and heated to 120 degrees to destroy the microorganisms. Canned food can remain good to eat for years provided the cans are not damaged. If the cans are damaged or if they are open bit or leaking, it will spoil the food that it is carrying. Dry fruits, vegetables are preserved by the method of canning. Yes, nowadays children, we have also seen the Tetra packs. Yes, if you all remember this Tetra pack, आप लोगों ने देखा होगा मार्केट में. आपके juices, milk इस Tetra packs में आते हैं. So these Tetra packs are actually they are being packed. For example, इस Tetra pack में आप देख रहे हैं, the milk is packed which is actually without refrigeration. It can be used even after months. Yeah. So what actually is done here the milk is heated using the method of UHT, that is ultra heat technology. Yes, so उसमें क्या किया जाता है, milk को at a very high temperature heat किया जाता है so that there are no microbes left in it, and then the Tetra packs are filled and sealed so that it prevents any kind of adulteration. Yeah, your chips, namkeens, fruit juices, milks are packed in the same way. So that was actually the different methods of food preservation, children. Now what happens if the food is not preserved properly? अगर हमने methods तो पढ़ लिए हैं, मगर अगर ये food जो है हमारा, अगर इसको हम सही से preserve नहीं करेंगे तो what will happen? If the food is not preserved properly, children, consumption of any such food item which is not preserved properly can lead to food poisoning. Diarrhea, vomiting and abdominal pain are the common symptoms of food poisoning. Yeah, you may fall sick. Bacteria and fungi. There are certain bacteria like Salmonella and fungi like Aspergillus and Penicillium cause food poisoning. These microorganisms, they produce toxic or poisonous substances in the food items in which they grow, thus resulting in diarrhea, vomiting and abdominal pain. So we need to make sure that the food that we are eating, it is not spoiled and is freshly prepared, properly cooked. Yeah. Now what are the different advantages of food preservation, children? The advantages of food preservation, we have studied till now the different methods how we can actually go ahead and preserve the food. या मगर हमें फूड प्रिजर्वेशन से क्या फ़ायदा होता है? फूड प्रिजर्वेशन एक्चुअली हेल्प अस टू रिड्यूस द फूड वेस्टेज. यस, उससे क्या है, खाना कम वेस्ट होगा. इट ऑल्सो इंक्रीजेज द शेल्फ लाइफ. Shelf life is nothing but the storage period of the food item. Yeah, so by using different food preserving methods, it actually increases the storage period of the food item. Also, food preservation ensures that food availability during off season and at distance places is also available. Yeah, during the off season हमें जो बहुत सारे वेजिटेबल्स हैं जो पर्टिकुलर मौसम में ही या सीज़न में ही आते हैं, मगर बाय द मेथड ऑफ फूड प्रिजर्वेशन व्हाट वी कैन डू इज़ वी कैन गेट दोज फूड आइटम्स इवन इन देयर ऑफ सीजन्स. Then the last advantage of food preservation is it maintains the nutritional value and flavor of food. So that is also very important, the nutritional value of the food item and the flavor of the food item. This is how the food preservation can actually help us in preventing the food spoilage and making sure that we are getting the nutritional food to eat. Yes, children, this was one of the part of harmful microorganisms where we have studied regarding the food preservation, different methods where how food preservation can be done, and also advantages of food preservation. Please read through the textbook. Also, for your better understanding, we have additional YouTube links. You can watch them. Along with the video, we are sending you the PDF with the complete question answers and your exercises. You can do the question answers in your science classwork notebook. Yes, and if you still have certain queries or questions about the topics we have learned today, you have WhatsApp and we also have Zoom classes to clarify that for you. So enjoy e-learning. Thank you.